Welcome to the program. The news is also live on DSTV channel 279. You can join us with your thoughts and comment on Facebook at TV3 Ghana. We begin a bulletin from here. Over 100 structures have been razed to the ground at Sodom and Gomorrah at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. These structures served as brothels for sex workers. TV3's Emmanuel Samani was at the scene yesterday and came through with a full report.
The area, known as Sodom and Gomorrah, is now engulfed in smoke and flames as over 100 structures have been destroyed by fire. These structures, used primarily as brothels, have left many residents displaced and in distress. A fire service personnel on the scene informed me that while the fire is currently under control, more fire tenders are urgently needed to fully contain the blaze.
Our men received a call about a fire a few hours ago. So quickly our plans at Circle was dispatched to the scene, and upon arrival they realized that the fire was way out of hand. So they had to call for reinforcement. In fact, they had to call for 4 other fire tenders to come and augment the efforts of the initial or the base pump.
Eyewitnesses recounted the rapid spread of the fire, describing how it engulfed the area within minutes and the desperate evacuation efforts that followed.
I was home when I heard a Nigerian scream, "Fire, fire." So I also shouted to draw attention. Next thing, I heard an explosion. I don't know what caused it.
Affected residents, now left homeless, expressed their anguish and uncertainty about their next steps.
So where are you going to sleep tonight?
Because everything is here. Everything is here. So I think I don't have any place.
No be easy, Charlie. Now some small fire wey cause this thing. Small fire cause this thing. We wait, no fire service personnel, no nothing. We call fire service for almost 2 to 3 hours before they get here.
The full impact of this fire is still unfolding, and the community is left grappling with its aftermath. Emmanuel Samani, TV3 News, Sodom and Gomorrah Circle, Accra.
Let's get an update on this from my colleague, Armstrong Goldalogbe, who is currently at the scene to give us an update on that. Armstrong, good morning. How is the situation looking like today? Has the Ghana National Fire Service been able to douse the fire?
Morning, getting to the place, you see the whole place is calm. You can really see people whose structures are affected trying to salvage the little they could. But the fire service officials this morning, none of them are here yet. But I'm told maybe later on they'll come and see if there are any pockets of fire. But right now there are no pockets of fire. The whole place has been contained. They've been able to douse the fire. Yesterday, I'm told around 10, 11 thereabouts, they were able to contain the fire. And the only thing to see is the ashes and the wooden structures that have been burnt into ashes. And the containers that you see are all raised by the fire. So basically, the whole place has been raised, and maybe this is the time for the fire service officials to continue to question these people in terms of the kind of things they do in such environment.
This was quite challenging for most of the residents who live there. But looking at the atmosphere now, do you think the smoke has all engulfed the entire area from what you're seeing?
Yes, this morning everything is calm, as if nothing happened. You can only see the empty space here as it sounds right now, because most of these structures are just wooden structures, so the fire just got into it and just raised the entire thing down. And you think this nothing happened here apart from the smokes and then apart from the ashes and then the wooden structures that have been burned completely into ashes.
Right, Armstrong Goldalogbe with those updates there. But we'll definitely keep our lenses at Sodom and Gomorrah to bring you updates subsequently. For us to get to the end and know exactly what caused this fire outbreak, we know that for the 18th time, this is happening at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. And we do not know exactly what the problem is. We know that some parts of the market got burnt some months back, where they started restructuring the market so that fire incidents like these will not be able to recur in the area. But till date, the vast land has been there with people coming back with their temporary structures. We do not know exactly what is happening. This afternoon, we'll also get to speak to the MCA for Klote Kole so that we'll get to know exactly what the plan is for the Kwame Nkrumah Circle so that these issues will definitely come to an end. Away from that, over 150 houses have been submerged at Gomoa after a contractor working on the Kaswa Cape Coast Highway blocked the main bridge that serves River Ayensu and the Gomoa East District of the Central Region. River Ayensu is one of the biggest rivers in the Central Region, which starts from the Eastern Region and crosses to Kaswa Cape Coast Highway at the Gomoa or Chireko in the sea. Affected residents say the river came to the community as a surprise around 2:30 p.m. Currently, majority of houses have been flooded while the main road is at risk. Right, so I understand some been speaking. Let's take a listen to that.
We have no place to sleep. As I speak, my wife is at the hospital. She gave birth today, and I don't know where to take her.
Really unfortunate. This is also a topic that we'll be keeping an eye on and bringing you the details subsequently as well. The NDC parliamentary candidate of Awutu Senya East and her legal team say they will seek legal redress over the arrest and detaining of their member by the police for over 48 hours. On Sunday, a clash between the NPP and the NDC led to one person being stabbed at the Electoral Commission office in Council during the vote transfer exercise. Phyllis Na Koyo Akono says the police has not shown fairness in dealing with the matter.
Phyllis Nakoyo Okono says she was invited by the police to its headquarters for having a gun in her vehicle.
When we go back to year 2020 or from year 2019, you would all bear me witness to some incidents that happened in Kaswa, where Hawaku Sin pulled a gun on me on 4 different occasions. And I believe that the police have been really unfair to me because no arrest was made, nothing was done, no investigations or whatsoever was made. So I have every right to protect myself with a licensed gun. On Sunday around 11 o'clock, one of our national executives came visiting so that we can go to the grounds and then ascertain the situation on the grounds. Then in the middle of the discussion, then we realized that we were being surrounded by thugs, landguards, hoodlums. All of a sudden, they just attacked my car. My personal car, opened the doors, searched, hit my driver, hit my security, beat them up, and then pull out the gun from my car in the presence of the police where we were having the meeting. So it wasn't like someone was holding the gun. No, the gun was lying in my car.
On the clash which happened on Sunday, the team says the victim, their member, has been unlawfully detained by the police and will go to court to seek redress on Thursday, June 6.
One of the members of NDC was arrested on Sunday. The police claim a complaint was made against him. However, the facts shows that he was rather the victim on the day. Till now, he's still in bandage with head injuries. Obviously, he cannot be said to be an aggressor. He was the one who was attacked. However, he has been kept in police custody from Sunday till now. In fact, the police have no business. They have no reason to keep him for more than 48 hours. The NDC has not been treated fairly. Today, they told us that they are not inclined to grant a police inquiry bail, but they would rather want to place Osman before court tomorrow. Fair enough. Tomorrow we'll be ready for them in court.
She and her lawyer, Robert Ishmael Emisa, say the police has not been fair since no person from the NPP has been arrested and questioned over the clashes.
As we are aware, nobody on the side of the NPP has been arrested. And nobody has stated that Osman took a weapon and hurt himself or anything like that. Obviously, it was people. People did that to him. How come they are not being invited? In as much as we are all interested in de-escalating the tension, these are some of the things that raises tension. So we
Away from your election command center, members of Locked Up Investment Holders Forum say they regret investing their monies in financial institutions. A 68-year prisoner speaking to TV3 expressed his frustration as efforts to get the Bank of Ghana to help them retrieve their locked up funds has not been successful. Joseph Armstrong Gold-Alogbe has more.
Andrew Stakpe is a 68-year-old pensioner who said he has worked over 35 years with the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, as a technical engineer. The 68-year-old says he is diabetic and is worried he's unable to buy medicines as his funds are locked up.
It's a crime to invest with a registered bank in Ghana. If it is a crime, then they should come and tell us. Because of our pension, when we go on retirement, we have to rely on something.
He now depends on his children to survive.
From 2017, I haven't gotten my money till now. Fortunately, my children are matured, so I rely on them now.
Andrew Stakpe says he regrets investing his hard-earned money in the financial institution. Other investment holders in their late 60s and 70s also expressed their frustration.
I have to pay my rent, which is on mortgage. I've not been able to pay. I have to be taking care of my children in school. I've not been able to do all those things. This is the way it is. Then I will not think I will ever invest in any other instrument again, at least throughout my life again.
Convener of the group, Dr. Edu Anani Entry, said they will continue to picket at the Finance Ministry every Wednesday until their demands are met.
The Deputy Minister for Finance, Dr. Stephen Amwa, assured us that he was traveling and he wanted to have a meeting with us. But he has traveled and come, and the meeting, he has not called a meeting. Okay. So we realized that we cannot wait. We must go ahead with our picketing.
And this picketing is going to be done
every Wednesday until the end of November.
They are demanding their locked up funds at NDK Financial Services and 3 other deposit-taking institutions. The group had hoped to meet a Deputy Finance Minister, Dr. Stephen Amwa, who had assured them of a meeting to address their concerns when he received their petition on their first day of picketing at May 15.
Financial analysts are warning that our small investment holders are beginning to regret placing their money in financial institutions. There's a real danger of eroding confidence in future generations' willingness to invest their money in financial institutions. Hence, the need for the Bank of Ghana to help address the various challenges facing investors. Joseph Armstrong, Gold-Alogbe, TV3, Accra.
Back to your election command center. As Ghana prepares for its upcoming elections, recent survey results have revealed a competitive political landscape with the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, leading in popularity among voters. According to the survey by political analyst Professor Smart Sapong, the NDC holds 38.8% of the vote, while the NPP follows closely with 34.5%. However, the trends are reversed when it comes to preferred presidential candidates. Noble Crosby Annan has more.
The baseline report on 275 constituencies by political analyst Professor Smart Sapong had a total sample size of 59,547 selected from the full 275 subsamples, with each subsample representing a proportional share of the total contribution of the voter population as per the 2020 register. Now, the survey was carried out in April 2024 and covered all 16 regions of the country. The main opposition, the National Democratic Congress NDC, per the report, is the most popular political party with 38.8% of respondents indicating their support. The governing New Patriotic Party, the NPP, follows closely with 34.5%. A significant portion of the electorate, representing 23.1%, remains undecided, potentially making them a crucial factor in the final outcome. While smaller parties collectively hold a marginal 3.6% of voter support.
Nationwide, the National Democratic Congress is quite popular, followed by the New Patriotic Party, followed by all the other political parties put together. The good news is that political parties can improve on their popularity on the ground because there are still a good number, 23.1%,
of the population unaligned.
The survey findings indicate a different trend when it comes to preferred presidential candidates. Dr. Bami of the NPP leads with 38.9% support, slightly ahead of the NDC's John Dramani Mahama, who has 36.1% support. Undecided voters constitutes 21.4%, and other candidates collectively amount for 3.6%.
Even though at the party level, the NDC was more popular than the NPP, at the presidential candidate level, the NPP presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, leads as the preferred presidential candidate with 38.9%. There are still undecided people, about 21.4% undecided. The two leading political parties, I'm sure, will take advantage of these undecided people.
Now, the survey also explored the main factors influencing voter decisions. Competence tops the list with 50.3% of respondents indicating it is their primary consideration. Track records of presidential candidates are crucial for 22.5% of voters, while party affiliation matters to 19.1%. Interestingly, 3.7% of respondents admitted that financial inducement could sway their vote.
Presidential candidates, parliamentary candidates contesting the 2024 elections must demonstrate extreme competence. They must speak and be taken for their words or appear to mean what they say, and demonstrate that when given the opportunity, they have the competence and capacity to deliver for the people of Ghana.
The report further adds that voters have identified unemployment as the most pressing issue, with 21.1% highlighting it as their primary concern. Economic improvements are also high on the agenda, with a cumulative 33.7% of respondents citing various economic issues. Other critical issues include illegal mining, LGBTQ rights, corruption, and poor sanitation.
The other issues include poor road network, 14.7%, water crisis, 10.5%, power crisis, 8.3%, illegal mining, 4.6%, LGBT and matters arising.
Noble Crosby and TV3 News, Accra.
You're still watching the morning news here on TV3 with me, Godwin Asidi. But let's head to Parliament now. The majority in Parliament has accused the minority caucus of sabotaging the economy by driving away investors with its continuous misinformation to the public. The majority says the minority's persistent accusation of government agencies of signing contracts in blatant violation of the Public Financial Management Act is misleading. The majority leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, addressed journalists in Parliament on the matter.
Sub-clause of Article 181 is Clause 5, which provides that this article shall, with the necessary modifications by Parliament, apply to an international business or economic transaction to which government is a party as it applies to a loan. So the contract under reference, or the contract in question, must be an international transaction. That is where our colleagues should pay attention to. It does not mean that every contract with a multi-year value should come to Parliament. So they should stop misleading the public. They should stop spreading falsehood. Every government engages the private sector. The object of that is to create space for economic growth. So if you recklessly scare of the businessmen, and where you know that what you are putting out is not true, what you are trying to do is to sabotage the economy.
That's it for the bulletin this morning with me, Godwin Asidi. For more news updates, kindly log on to www.3news.com. New Day continues shortly with Bella Mundi and Cookie Tea. Stay with us. Bye.